What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a short little video on how to set up your GoPro 360 Max on the back of a car to get some of the angles that I get with it. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and ask me, how do I get those angles? What am I using? I'm going to show you exactly what I'm using, how it's set up, and kind of give you a little demonstration on how to mount it on the car to make sure that you don't have any issues with the camera moving or anything like that. So let's get started. All right, so we got the Shelby here in the garage. We're getting ready to go on a little rally on Saturday. Just had those put on the car. Same color as the stripe. This has worked out awesome for the GoPro 360. Every time I'm using the GoPro 360 now on the back of the car, you can see that. So let's go over the setup and what I'm using. I'm gonna have links to all three of these products in the description below. But let's see where we can do this. We'll just do this on the top of the car. All right. So we have the high-speed triple suction mount. We have the lightweight carbon fiber selfie stick, which I've kind of contracted it for ease of filming, and then we have the GoPro on the end. We'll start with the GoPro. The GoPro Max, or this model, has the built-in feet that attach to the selfie stick. The selfie stick comes with this. If you order the one that I have in the description, it already comes with this on the stick itself. So you don't need to get anything other than this GoPro, this selfie stick, and then this will then screw into the mount. There's no additional parts that are needed. I've had a lot of people ask, what adapters are you using and whatnot. I'm literally not using any adapters at all. I have the coverings on the GoPro. I would always store your GoPro like this. These lenses are not yet replaced, or the actual camera lenses are not yet replaceable yet. So if you crack one of those lenses, you got to get a whole new camera. I did buy a 2-year warranty with it, so anything short of losing it will be covered. I've already cracked one of these lenses though, just accidentally dropping the camera out of my little case that I have. So if you're not using the camera, I would highly recommend that you keep these lenses on at all times. And then it's up to you if you want to use them while you're filming or not. It's kind of murkies up the image, but that's up to you. I'll let you decide on that. The selfie stick, it extends pretty far. It's about 3 feet. I'm not going to do that right now until I mount it on the car. It's very lightweight, very strong, and even going over some uneven roads, it holds up the weight of the camera just fine. And then this mount is adjustable in 100 different ways. I've got it up to speeds up to 140, and it's held, so it's pretty secure. So now we're gonna go ahead and mount it to the car, and I can show you exactly how to mount it so you don't have any issues with the camera moving or the stick or the mount or anything like that. All right, we've got these set up. I don't know if that's gonna come through better or not. Got the setup on the car. Everything's black, the car's black. It's a little bit dark in here, so I've got a little bit of extra light, but we're gonna start with the camera. All right, when you're mounting the camera, you're gonna orient it so that the lenses are more or less, the body of the camera is basically in line with the pole. Because what happens is the lenses kind of put the images together, and I'll kind of show what you're talking about. So this camera lens is going to film everything on the top half of the camera. This camera lens is going to film everything on the bottom half, and the software kind of puts it all together. So if you have the pole kind of between the lenses, it hides the majority of it. You're pretty much only going to see the very bottom of the pole and the mount. If you have the camera oriented like this, all your shots forward of the camera are going to see the pole. All your shots of the rear of the pole, or the rear of the camera, will not. And then vice versa, if you have it angled too far down, all your rear facing angles are going to see the pole, and all your forward facing or upper facing, however you want to put it, will not. That's really the only thing to note with the camera. Obviously make sure it's in 360 mode. This can film as a regular GoPro camera, but that's pretty much it. Take the lenses off if you want. Have the camera in line with the pole, and that's about it. So moving on to the pole, Really, the only thing I can say on the pull is when you are pulling these segments out, pull them out one at a time and hold this. So if I'm going to pull this segment out, I'm going to hold this one with my hand and not just pull on the whole assembly, because I did that and it actually separated from the base and I had to super glue it back together. So that's really the only thing with the pull is when you're extending it, hold each individual segment and pull them out one segment at a time. All right, the mount is the trickiest part to figure out. And that's the main reason why I'm doing this video, is how to set up the mount and the camera orientation. The mount kind of throws people for a loop because it's an awkward piece. It's got a lot of angles and it can be set up in so many ways that it's easy to, you know, set it up a completely different way and wonder why you're, you know, the pole is sagging or it's moving around too much or whatever. So the basic orientation is you're going to have, if we're at the back of the car, you're going to have the two mounts in the rear and the one up front. That's the first part. To engage the mounts, it's actually kind of opposite of what you would normally expect. Okay, you actually push down on the button and then flip the tab up, and that locks it into place. So these three cups are locked. Obviously you want to try and line it up with as much of the middle of the car as possible. So yeah, we've got one cup up front, two in the rear, and then you want the pole, or like the body of the mount, you want this portion facing towards the front of the car, because I'm gonna unlock this and show you. So when I first mounted this, I had the camera, you know, I had it mounted a different way for one, and I tried to squeeze it down just like that. And when I was going over bumps, the camera would fall. And I tried to, you know, I was like, why does that keep happening? Why does that keep happening? So I adjusted the angle, and if you see that notch down there, that is basically, you can use that as like an end stop for the pole. Also, when you're in this position, so the camera can't go any farther down, so it's not gonna sag anymore. And then it's also kind of in this collar right here, so it's not gonna go side to side either, unless this is loose or something on the camera mounting is loose and allows it to spin. But if you're in this bottom position down here, that's as low as that thing's gonna go. And so you don't gotta worry about the camera, you know, sagging or jumping around. Just tighten it down pretty tight. Make sure everything is tight. You don't have to crank on it, but you definitely want a good snug fit with everything. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, the biggest thing that is the hardest thing to kind of get right is, you know, that right there. Now, because this is a GoPro 360, I mean, you can kind of get away with mounting it however you want on the car. You can mount this, you know, to the side, you can mount this to the front, the rear, whatever, mount it to the trunk, the roof, and the camera, because filming 360 full time, you know, if you want to see something, you don't have to worry about basically setting up a GoPro camera in one spot and hoping to capture what you're trying to capture. With the 360, you literally can just mount the camera anywhere and it will film it. So that's probably the biggest reason why I love this thing so much and why I've used it so much, because it's kind of just mount it and forget, you know, just push record, which I've forgotten to do. So obviously don't forget to push record, but yeah, just mount it and forget about it. You don't have to worry about, oh, is my camera set up right? You know, I want to get shots from the front and the rear. You literally can just mount it in one spot and you can get both. You can go into the 360 editing software and you can make one video that films everything in front of the car, render that, get another video of everything behind the car, render that, and then trim and splice together. Or you can just do one video where the camera's looking forward, rear, side, zoom, zoom out. Literally, the thing can do way more than I've done with it. But so yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel and like this video if you did find it helpful. I did put this video out because I did have a lot of members that are in my car community or across social media on YouTube, on Instagram, asking, you know, what's my setup and how am I doing it. So this video was for you guys and for anybody else looking to get a GoPro 360 and looking how to mount it. Special shout out to Paul DeFox. He was really the one that kind of pushed me over the edge to do this. It's something I kind of already wanted to do, and I had enough people asking about it, but he threw me a bone on his channel, so I'm returning the favor. That's what we do. He just hit 1,000 subscribers this week, so go show him some love. Congratulate him for doing that, because that's a big accomplishment in this community. Not everybody can do it. So thanks for watching. Hope this video helps, and we'll see you on the next one.